Welcome to English Mini Lessons, the podcast for tech professionals. I am joined today by our expert guest. How is everything going over there?
Hi, everything is moving, but I am a bit exhausted. I've been working on a database migration since early this morning.
Whoa, wait. I have been working. That is a perfect example of our first topic, the present perfect continuous, right?
Exactly. I use it because the action started in the past and it is still happening right now. The formula is subject plus have or has plus been plus the verb ending in ing. For example, I have been coding all day.
That sounds much more natural than just saying I work. But tell me about the migration. Is it almost done?
Almost, but you know how it is. Unless I check the logs one more time, I will not feel safe.
Unless I check, I will not feel safe. There it is, the first conditional.
Yes, it is the logic of if and then. If I find a bug, then I will fix it. I always keep a backup script ready just in case.
I love that phrase, just in case. It's the perfect plan B expression. Let's recap the vocabulary for our listeners. We had exhausted, which means very tired, stakes for the risks, and unless, which means except if.
Perfect. My advice for the listeners, try to use I have been in your next stand-up meeting. It makes you sound much more fluent.
Great tip. Thanks for listening. Join us in the next episode for Class 1.3, where we will talk about our past habits. See you then. Welcome to English Mini Lessons, the podcast where we upgrade your English one small step at a time. I am joined today by our expert to talk about the past.
Hi, everyone. Today is all about evolution. In technology, we are always changing, so we need to know how to describe our old habits.
Exactly. To talk about things we did regularly in the past, but we do not do anymore, we use the structure used to.
That is right. For example, I used to write all my code in a simple text editor. Now I use advanced IDEs and AI assistants.
Let's look at the formula. It is subject plus used to plus the verb in its base form. For example, I used to travel to the office every day.
But be careful with the negative form. If you want to say you did not have a habit, you say, I did not used to. Notice that we remove the letter D from used because we are using the auxiliary did.
Good point. So, I did not used to work from home, but now I do it all the time. Now let's hear a quick story to practice our listening.
Imagine a company that used to keep all its data on physical servers in the basement. They used to spend a lot of money on hardware maintenance, but last year they migrated everything to the cloud. Now they don't have to worry about physical space.
That is a classic migration story. Now let's look at our word power-up for today.
Number 1, mainframe. A large, powerful computer that companies used to use before the cloud. Number 2, legacy. We use legacy system to describe old software that is still in use but is hard to maintain. And number 3, to phase out. It means to stop using something gradually. The company phased out the old servers.
Great words for any engineer. So, here is the challenge. What is something you used to do at work that you do not do anymore?
Write your answer in the comments. For example, I used to use Excel for everything, but now I use SQL.
Thanks for listening to English Mini Lessons. We'll see you tomorrow for Class 1.4, where we talk about professional advice. Keep practicing.